If you're a goal setter and you want to make 2024 your best year yet, then this video is for you. Every year right after the holiday, I'm religious about spending some time and going through my thinking process to be intentional about the year ahead. I'm so religious about this now because as I look back over the last 5 years, many of the biggest goals that I had in my journal have come to pass. And there's probably lots of reasons for this that are outside of my skill set to describe from a psychology perspective. But I believe just at least writing things down, reflecting on them, and orienting your actions towards your long-term objectives really has a lot to do with it. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to use a combination of AI and some tactics that I'll show you on how to create a coach that will help you throughout the year and also help you with the planning process. So in this video, if you've used ChatGPT before, there's a new feature called Custom GPTs. You do not need to be a programmer. And if you've used ChatGPT and you're familiar with at least chatting with the chatbot and you can upload some files, you're completely set. I'm going to coach you through this process. Now, what I did, I finally had this break and I wanted to dig into this a little bit more. I had played around with GPTs a bit in various ways. What you can do is you can set up something called custom instructions, which is essentially telling the AI how you want to act, how you want the AI to act, and a little bit about yourself for context. Now, I did this for my 2024 goals. I said a little bit about me and my business, my age, some of the outcomes that I wanted. Now, more importantly, is GPTs have the ability to upload content. And this is where if you are someone who journals or catalogs or screenshots or copies articles or anything like that you find inspiring throughout the year, it's going to completely pay off now. So what I did with the GPT was I went through my OneNote. Sometimes through the day, I'll load up Instagram or I'll load up LinkedIn or someone will send me an article and I'll just throw it into OneNote just loosely. And I know into Quick Notes feature in OneNotes. And my thought is that I'll come back and reflect on it at some time. And that time has really become now, but it's completely amplified because what I did was I took all of these random notes that I had and I put them into a PDF document and uploaded them to my GPT. Now, what does it do for you? It helps align the AI with your values and what you want to achieve and what you believe as a person. So that was really important for me. Now, something that I've done for the last 5 years as well is I've cataloged a list of my own principles. There's some YouTube videos where you can see those, and I embedded my principles into as an upload. I'll show you that as well. And I also put in 2 personality tests that I've taken some years ago now, but they're still completely relevant, that highlight my strengths and my weak spots. So now with the context of this GPT, it knows a lot more about me. And if I set my goals for the year, my actions are going to be twofold. One is first, I'm going to have it refine my weekly planning template. So I have a weekly planning template that I'd be happy to share with anybody who's interested in it. It has attributes that are important to me: risk diversification in my business, being a great family person, my health, etc. So I have attributes that I try to drill down on each week. I'm going to ask the GPT to help me refine that weekly planning page that I have that I use every week, and it will help me refine how I attack my weekly plans. In addition to that, it will know my weaknesses, right? It's going to look at my personality test and it's going to know that I'm more agreeable. Now, you could argue if agreeableness is weak or not. In agreeableness, I am someone who is more agreeable than disagreeable, right? So that I know that that's something for me that's both worked well, but also can cause me harm in reaching the goals that I want to achieve. So with these things, that if you have never taken a personality test, I can link out to some of those as well. Well worth your time to understand. Ray Dalio has one that's called Principles U, super useful. That was one of the ones that I uploaded. And I think the second one was understandmyself.com, which is a Big 5 personality test. So I'll show you in this video really quickly how you can go and create this GPT. And then from there, you can go and set your yearly goals. And from there, what I'm hoping to do for myself is to use this custom GPT throughout the year throughout the weekly planning process that I have, and really query the GPT to help have a coach that helps me stay aligned to my values and where I want to come. Because as you all know, life comes at you. These moments where you have time to plan are are so valuable, and to have something like the AI that can reinforce and help you throughout your journey throughout the year, I suspect it's going to be absolutely amazing. So let's dive into the demo. The first thing you need to do is go into ChatGPT on the web. So hopefully on your laptop, because this is gonna be a lot easier to do on your laptop or your desktop computer than your phone, but I think it might be possible on your phone if you go into desktop mode on your mobile. So when you desktop mode, meaning on Chrome or whatever or Safari, that you can actually go into desktop mode and see some of these advanced options. But I highly suggest using your laptop or desktop computer for this. So in ChatGPT, underneath of the left-hand side, you'll see an Explore button here, and then you'll see My GPTs and then Create GPT. Since I already created this one, I'm going to just showing you this here, and then you click this, and then you'll start to author your GPT, and I'll go into showing you how I set mine. Okay, so now once you create your GPT, you can use this experience, which you can type in how you want the AI to create your GPT, and if you really want to dig into there and use this is definitely a great way to go. I'm going to show you how to do this more explicitly, because for me personally, I knew what I wanted out of this, so I went straight to it. So name, this is what you'll see in your sidebar in ChatGPT to start new chats. I'm just calling it Jon's 2024 Coach right now. Description, I think actually the experience before, the Create experience, put this in there for me. Since I'm not sharing this with anybody at this moment, which you can do with GPTs, I'm keeping this for only me, not anyone with a link, and not public. You'd want to be better about the description here. So the instructions are super important to telling the AI how you want it to act. So I'm going to refine these instructions likely over the next week or two to really tailor this down. Some of my ideas in here are a little bit less detailed than I want. Now you want to give the AI as much explicit detail as you can, right? So in here, I put in, you are an assistant to help me, Jon Kragh, reach my 2024 goals. Now I put my name in there because a lot of stuff that I uploaded has my name in it. So it knows who I am and it can reflect back on that. As I make decisions throughout the year, you will help coach me to make better decisions to align with my objectives. In your knowledge, so that's our uploads, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, I've uploaded documents that I found useful as rough notes for my personal goals and objectives. I own and operate a technology consulting business, Proactive Logic Consulting. I'm going to add a lot more around that on what the business is all about. I actually have content sitting around the custom instructions that I need to copy over into this. So I'll blow that out to make sure that I do things like helping my team build their career and a lot of stuff around what I want to do for customers and our value proposition and all that stuff that goes around in operating a business. So then I give a little bit more context about documents that I uploaded. I uploaded 2 personality tests that I took, Principles U and the 5 Aspects test. Use these to also cover my weaknesses and strengths. Let's refine this on the fly and tailor your advice accordingly to help. My weekly planning template is also in your knowledge. I use this each week to plan my week, so I uploaded a PDF that I use in OneNote, which has attributes I want to hit for the week. Some of them are really for me, but some would be universal, I think, for people. So things that I have in there are my health, being good with my family, customers, diversification across our business, etc. So I have attributes that I measure my week on each week, and then I have a grid in there also for each one of my team members, which is why I'm not going to share that on this video right this second, as far as kind of things that I need to address with each one of our team members on our team. So, but it's important because I reflect back on that template every week. I religiously go in every week and I've set up my weekly goals. The other thing that I did not mention here is I also uploaded my principles for you to know more about what I believe to be true. Okay, so I've been documenting my principles for a long time. So in here, I have my weekly goal template, my personality tests. I actually have some of my other yearly goals from the past. 2023 was around perfectionism, which was something that Bob Iger actually influenced me to put in there. I don't know Bob Iger personally, but I saw a lot that he was really inspired by perfectionism. And 2024, my goals for 2024, I uploaded, they're super loose right now. I've been documenting for the past week, just probably 3 pages of things that I want to accomplish for the year. So I uploaded that. And then what's really important is I basically created probably a 40-page PDF of screenshots that I had dumped into OneNote from social media of a lot of blog posts or posts that inspired me. So I'd screenshot them and dump them into OneNote. So it was really grounded in what I think is important or things that I wanted to reflect on. So from a capabilities perspective, I included web browsing so it could connect to the web if we needed to. DALL-E for image generation. I'm not sure when I'll use it, but might as well keep it on. And then code interpreter is important for me personally because I know that AI has some weaknesses. Language models right now with GPT-4, they have some weaknesses around math. So if there's anything that I want to do from a math perspective, I wanted to have the ability to fall down the code interpreter. In the future, I also might include actions, which would enable this thing to call out to APIs. So I don't have that right now, but I do have some ideas around, hey, if it's going to find out that I've met a goal or if I should be tracking some progress on some things that it can call to an API to save state. That's advanced. If you're technical, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're non-technical, don't worry about that. But, I would just check all these 3 boxes. It does not hurt. So then I'll update this and confirm, only me, and I'm going to view the GPT. Okay, so now I'm viewing the GPT. And if I go in here, I'm going to say things like, please look at my weekly template, planning template. I just got a new keyboard, so please excuse me because it is a weird shape. Please look at my planning template and advise what additional attributes I should consider measuring and planning each week. Also, are there other rituals or steps that I should consider in this weekly planner? So I'm thinking, maybe it will tell me I should plan mindfulness or something like that. So just looking at here. Okay. So I'll use Grammarly. It's the battle of the AIs here. So I'm going to go through here. It's going to look at my searching its knowledge. So it's going to look at my weekly planner and it's pretty basic. I have attributes that I measure and then a weekly or daily reflection on what I've been doing. So, okay, so let's see here. Your currently weekly goal template is comprehensive and covers various aspects like gratitude, physical, mental health, setting clear objectives, focusing on relationships, health, learning, and wealth. To enhance your weekly planning, consider the following additional attributes and rituals. Reflection and adjustment. At the end of each week, dedicate time to reflect on what worked well and what didn't. Adjust your strategies and goals. So, okay, so that's cool. I definitely don't do that. I know that I should. So maybe this is the year that I tie that in. Mindfulness. Okay, well, I like working. So this is spot on though. My mindfulness practice kind of stuff. It was actually something I was thinking about for this year. I have been really bad about that. I used to meditate before I used to fall asleep years ago. That's definitely something good. Work on skills. That's likely missing. Financial review, that's actually a really, really good task. I've been doing that more every 2 or 3 weeks now. Physical activity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, okay, so that's cool. Delegation, outsourcing, that's a big one for me. So really, I've gotten caught into doing a lot of stuff lately. So yeah, so I will update my template on this. Now, I imagine that as the year goes on, first thing I'm going to do on this, and since a lot of the stuff that I have my 2024 goals is a little bit personal right now, I'm not going to ask it on this video to refine those things, but I'm going to iterate and say, look at my 2024 goals that I uploaded, which are ridiculously rough, and make them concise and actionable. So that's going to be one of the things that I do there. And then once I come up with that updated list, I will update the GPT again with the content that come up with, really like a very clear and concise set of goals for 2024. And then as my weeks go on, I will continue to chat with the GPT and say, hey, this is the decision that I'm going to make. These are the things I'm considering. Help me align it to my 2024 plans and tell me whether or not it helps and what I can do to adjust my actions. So that's it. So I hope that this video is super helpful. If you're completely driven and you're goal oriented, you'll definitely find some power in this. And I would love to hear your take on this. What am I missing? So anything that you have feedback on this video that can help me make this better and some of the things that you find useful, please let me know. We're all learning this together. So here's the great 2024. Thanks so much. And if you found this video on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you found this video on LinkedIn, please give a follow. And here's your success in 2024.